Hi, I'm Cam Holding with your San Diego Seals.
And have numbers and score right away. Holding.
Noble couldn't get it past Eric Penny. Well executed this year, but they're running the opposite way here, and an opening goal for San Diego.
We're going to take you through a fun and exciting workout today. Beside me is Seals strength and conditioning coach Paul Inga. To this side of me is Sirens dancer Presley. Let's have some fun.
All right, so we're starting off here with our stretch. It's always important to stretch before a workout. Most of the time we're sitting down, so muscles tend to get tight. So you want to go through a full body stretch, get some blood flow, get things opened up. So we'll keep it real easy here. It's 10 reps for each one of these stretches, okay? And we're gonna start with knee hugs. So you wanna think about bringing your knee up, get it all the way up to your chest as high as you can. You sit down and you switch. You can see here with Cam, we're trying to stretch out his hamstring, backside of his leg. We're trying to get more than 90-degree knee flexion. So you're trying to come up as high as you can. You see with Presley here, big chest, flat back. We always want to think about good breathing here. So we're deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Doing a great job here. So we're gonna do 10 of these. Good, okay, so now we're gonna go into quad pulls. So we're just trying to get our heel up to our butt, the big pull back, and then we reset. So when we're doing this, we're trying to stretch out the front part of our leg here, the quad. We're getting a little bit of hip flexor here. We're working also on our balance. And that looks really good. So if you can't get your heel all the way up to your butt, you just want to reach up as high as you can here. And if you have a hard time balancing, maybe you're next to something where you can hold on to. All right, so now we're gonna go into our leg cradle. So this is gonna open up the back side of the hip. You wanna think about one hand under the knee and the ankle, and we're just trying to pull. It's like we're making a 90-degree angle with our knee here, pulling up as high as we can. So with this one, again, we're trying to stretch out our glutes, the back side of our hip. Okay, these muscles down here. And we always want to give our knee some support here because we're not trying to crank at the knee, we're trying to get the hip. So we don't want to just yank this way, feel it in our knee. We want to get under, support, big pull. We're also working again on that balance. Looks great, guys. Okay, so next one here is the world's greatest stretch. So the reason they call it that is because it stretches a little bit of everything. So what you want to start with is you want to get a big step up. We're going to step forward. I want this back knee to be down, opposite hand on the ground. I'm going to extend this back hip. I want to think about threading through the needle here and a big reach up. And we're going to switch. So what we're stretching here is we're getting some hip stretch here, we're getting hip on the other side, and then we're also getting our thoracic spine, which is the middle part of our back here. Good, so you really want to think about when you stretch, you're trying to bring your chest down, reach and facing towards the wall, and you really want to think about open up, yep, reaching towards that other wall there. Yeah, that's great. Again, we're always focusing on breathing, big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. That's good, we got one more. Okay, so next one here is we're gonna do a reverse lunge with an overhead reach. So we're trying to stretch out hip flexors here. So you wanna start, big step back, my knee can go down. I wanna get a big reach here. So I don't wanna overarch my lower back. I'll show it to you here from the side. I wanna think about neutral spine with the big reach, but I'm not trying to reach here because then I'm putting pressure on my lower back. So you wanna think about nice straight from the shoulder down to the knee, big reach, you come up and you reset. There we go. So again, with this one, we're getting a good stretch from the quad up into the hip. And with that overhead position 2, we're getting a nice stretch up through our back. This is great form here, guys. We got one more. Okay, so our next one here is we're going into a lateral squat. So we want to get into a wide stance. Normally when we squat, we're going to be shoulder width. We want to be nice and wide here. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to push and reach. We're trying to stretch out the inside of our leg here, our adductor and our groin. So we want to think about sitting back into our hip. Big reach over, reset. We always want to make sure that our toes are pointed forward here. Good, maybe a little bit wider. There we go. So you want to make sure we have, there we go. Presley's doing a great job here. So we have big straight leg, feet are pointed forward, really opening up those hips, getting the adductors stretched out. We want to think about keeping our chest up while we do it as well. Great job. Okay, and last one here is going to be over under. So we want to imagine if we were a hurdle or something about 4 feet, we want to think about stepping over that object. We want to open up our hips. So we're going to do a big swing open, and that same object, I'm trying to do the limbo and I want to reach under, and you can just keep going back and forth. So it's a big swing, and a reach under. So we want to take our hips through a full range of motion. Good. When we think about our hips, they're able to move and about 180 degrees if you have a healthy hip. So we really want to think about taking our hip to that full range here, swinging it open. Good, and a big reach under. All right, guys, so that was our stretch. We should feel pretty loose. If you feel like you need to get a little bit more, stretch out what feels tight for you, but that should be a pretty good lead into whatever workout you're gonna be doing. All right, kids, so we're getting into our dynamic warm-up now. So this takes place after our stretch. We're signaling our body here that we're gonna get some blood flow. We're getting ready to do activity. We're getting our central nervous system, which sends all the signals from our brain to our muscles to get alert, to get ready to get going for some activity. So here we go. All right, so we're doing 10 jumping jacks here to start. So you wanna think about getting full all the way overhead and then back in. So we're going for 10. Ready, guys? And go. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So now we're going to be doing a crossover jack here. So what we want to think about is we're doing some arm swings forward, backwards as we cross over. Okay, so we want to switch every time. So it's going to look like this. You ready, guys? Nine, 10. Good. Okay, so we're going to be doing some high knees. We're thinking about running in place. So we really want to exaggerate our knees getting up to almost where we're about level with our hips. So we're going to do it for 20 seconds. Okay, ready and go. Okay, next up here is we're doing butt kicks. So we want to think about staying on the ball of our foot here, and we want to think about kicking up nice and high, trying to get our heel up towards our butt for 20 seconds. Okay, ready and go. All right, great job. So we're gonna get some water here. Okay, so our next one here is we're doing inchworms. So you want to think about walking your hands out to get into a nice full push-up plank position, and then we're going to walk it back in. And we're going to do these for 5. So you want to walk it out, walk it all the way back, and stand up nice and tall. Good. Cam, where do we feel these?
Oh, right in the back of the calves. Feels great.
Good. Presley, how are we doing?
Good.
Good. Nice form here. Good. Doing great, guys. Awesome. Okay, so for our next one here is we're doing a dead bug. So this one's gonna be on the floor. And you wanna think about, for like this, it looks like it's a dead bug, right? It's like a dead cockroach. So we wanna think about knees up, hands up, and we wanna think about nice flat back. There's no arch. Take it a big reach, opposites, back up. So as I moving in pairs, the other two are not moving at all. Good. So really working on some core strength and stability here, and really challenge yourself to not have any movement in these other two as we go. That looks good. Good, try to get a little bit more reach over. There we go. You want to think about full extension, full leg extension, full arm extension up overhead. Great. So that wraps up our dynamic warm-up. So we should feel good after our stretch. With our warm-up, we have our blood flow. We have all of kind of the muscles in our body speaking with each other. They're ready to do our activity, whether it's a sport or you just want to get a workout at home. And now we are ready with whatever activity we're looking to do after that.
Thanks for working out with us today. We hope you had a great time. Big shout out to our strength and conditioning coach, Paul Inga, and our Sirens dancer, Presley. We hope to see you guys at a SEALs game soon.